Hey, it's Sundai and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. So today I'm going to be giving you 5 useful tips for having a more successful life. I literally have like a million of these, but I narrowed it down to 5 in no particular order. These are just things that I found helpful for myself, being in the modeling industry, in the corporate industry, in school, in health, just in life in general. So take it from me, this is coming from a trial and error. I'm super excited. Today's video is partnered with BLINKIST. I'll be talking a bit more about them in a moment. Let's just get into the tips. Tip number 1, invest in your success. You should be dedicating not only money, but time as well into the things that are going to help you succeed. This may sound a little bit crazy, but I've actually never purchased a designer bag. I have also never purchased name brand shoes. I've actually purchased 1 pair of name brand shoes. They were Adidas, they were on sale, and the only reason that I bought them was because they were a gift for somebody else and they wanted to have matching pairs. I'm not saying that you should never buy anything name brand, should never have name brand shoes, should never have a designer bag. I just like to allocate my funds in different ways. I find these type of luxury items to be quite expensive, and that's a lot of money that I can put towards my personal development, my goals in life, and in the end, this is really gonna pay off and I'll be able to buy all the designer bags that I want, if I want it. You should be dedicating not only money, but time as well into the things that are going to help you succeed. Having a goal but not making any time to actually achieve it, well, this time can be spent researching, shadowing people, or just building up the skills necessary that you'll need for whatever your goal is. One thing I like to spend a lot of my time doing is building knowledge, getting information, and things that are going to help me succeed in life. You will be so surprised at how far you can get in life if you just put aside just a little bit of time each day to better yourself. This can be done in countless ways, but one of the ways that I have been enjoying recently is with BLINKIST. BLINKIST is an app that takes the best insight, the need-to-know information from thousands of non-fiction books and condenses them down into like 15 seconds, and you can read. Or, here's the best part, listen to the information. If you know me in real life, you guys know I freaking hate reading. I have always hated reading. You will never in your life catch me reading a fiction book. I just, number 1, do not have the time and cannot stand doing it. So why would I? I do, however, often buy books. I usually buy business books, real estate books. Even those, they take me a really long time to get through, and I really don't enjoy reading, but I do it for, again, my personal development. So when I found this app, I was so freaking excited that I could just sit here and listen to useful information. So you don't have to read the entire book, but you still get the best of all the learnings from it. There are over 8 million users, and it has a massive library from self-development, business, health, history, basically anything that you're into. I like this app because, as I said, I really hate reading, and when I sit down to read, it kind of takes all of my focus. Like, when I'm reading, I can just read. But with this, I can sit down, listen, and I can do other things at the same time. I usually use BLINKIST in the morning while I'm eating my breakfast, or at night right before I'm about to go to bed. I've really been loving the health and personal development categories. There are so many great books in here. For example, this one, Genius Foods, I've really been liking because, as you know, this year I was diagnosed with a very serious disease, and I'm also very health conscious about the things that I eat, and I try to stay healthy as best as I can. There are so many books in here like this one that have a lot of information on how exactly food affects your body and your health.
Genius Foods. Become smarter, happier, and more productive while protecting your brain for life.
There are plenty of myths out there about the way the brain works. One common misconception is that our brains stop developing once we hit 25.
Another book I've been loving is by Laura Vanderkam. It's What Most Successful People Do Before Breakfast. I've been freaking loving this because I've been trying to be a lot more productive with my time in the mornings. The first 100 people to use my link can get unlimited access for 1 week to try it out, see if you like it. And if you do like it, you can get an additional 25% off of your purchase. So if you're interested in BLINKIST, just be sure to check out the link down below. I'll have it in the description box. Also, the 7-day trial is completely free. You don't have to pay for anything. You can just try it out, see if you like it. Tip number 2. This one is probably the most important in my opinion, and that is to make plans to support your goals. I know so many people that have all of these goals and they have no plan. They have no idea how, they have no plan how. It's just a goal. And for me, dreaming is just like, that's not my thing. If I have something that I want to achieve, I want to actually achieve it, and I go in and I take the time, I do the research, and I create a plan in order to achieve that goal. Throughout my life, I found this to be very important because there are a lot of instances where I would get to a point where I try to go achieve that goal and I realized that there are a lot of difficulties or that I couldn't do it at all because there were steps that I should have taken way back when that I should have known about if I actually planned out the goal when I was supposed to. I'm gonna show you the quick version of how I go about planning for all of my goals. So I basically like to start off with a simple mind map. There are a few things that I like to identify, such as what is my goal, when do I want to achieve this goal, and what do I have to do to achieve this goal. I'll do a very simple example of something that I've been working on recently, which is basically going to Paris. So my goal is that I want to go to Paris. Whenever I have a goal, I try and break it down as detailed as possible. I like to know exactly everything I need to do and by when in order to achieve this goal. This can be anything from planning a trip, losing weight, trying to get a new job, just achieving any basic goal. You need a plan. You need to know what are the steps that you need to take. Not having a deadline really doesn't make any sense to make a plan because you don't know what you have to do by when and the extent of each step without a deadline. So the first thing that I like to do is identify exactly when I want to achieve this goal. Setting a deadline, I know exactly how much time I have to do each step. So in this case for Paris, I want to go in April, so that means I have about 5 months of time before the trip. This really helps with things that involve money. This way I can break down the budget and figure out exactly how much I need to save each month, what are the things I need to do to get this extra cash, and how much it's gonna cost overall. I need to figure out how to make $500 extra a month. There are a few ways of doing this. Example, I can work overtime a few times a month. I can cut down on coffee, which might save me around 20 bucks a month. And I can definitely cut down on food, which I've been splurging on recently, which should save me a substantial amount of money. For example, if I didn't make this basic sketch, I wouldn't even know that I need $500 extra each month and I wouldn't be budgeting for it. Thus, I would not be achieving my goal. I do something like this for basically all of my goals and most of them involve a lot of research, so don't be scared to go in there, look up stuff, and just figure out what it is you actually have to do. Tip number 3. This one is to be self-aware and know yourself. Know your strengths, know your weaknesses, and know how to use those to your advantage. For example, in uni, I am so horrible at testing. Me giving my all was usually getting a C, if that. Knowing this weakness, I made sure to make best on my strengths. So I would make sure I aced every other assignment. I would do extra credit. You know, I'd ask for second chances. I'd ask a lot of questions. I made sure that I didn't fail because of this weakness. I wanted to be a model. I'm only 5'3". I made up for it with other things. My personality, my dedication, my willingness to learn. There was a lot of other things that I knew I can do to still achieve my goals. Tip number 4. Trust yourself and follow through with what you say you're gonna do. Not for everybody else, but for yourself. Self-doubt has such a tremendous impact on your success. When you doubt yourself, it just sends you into this everlasting spiral of not accomplishing anything. Dang ramen! I posted this on my Instagram the other day. The caption says, you can't achieve any of your goals, even the small ones, unless you build trust with yourself. You have to believe that you can do it, and most importantly, actually follow through with what you say you're gonna do. If you promise yourself, I'll go to the gym 3 times a week, and then you stop, you're more likely to fail the next time because you already believe you're gonna fail. And you don't have the faith in yourself. You don't trust that you'll actually do it. Self-doubt is your enemy. I always believe I can do anything I put my mind to, and I usually do. Go in with that mindset and it can change your life. Almost any goal I say I want to accomplish, I accomplish because I truly believe in myself that I can do it. Just do what you say you're gonna do. If you say you're gonna do it, do it. Don't have all them excuses. According to Forbes, commitment is actually one of the top 10 traits that most successful people have. They commit to what they say they're gonna do and they do it. And finally, the last tip, tip number 5. This one alone has gotten me so much success. Super simple, but somehow so many people are not doing it. Tip number 5 is to be kind. I know. You'd be surprised at how many people ain't that nice. Whether it be in the modeling industry or in the corporate industry, I have ran into so many Holy poop. I can't lie, in general, I'm a very happy, outgoing, kind person. I always think about everyone else. I care for the people that are around me and I make sure I treat them right. But that's just my personality. I'm not actually trying, that's just how I am. I don't have a temper and it's really hard to make me angry, so when there are difficult situations, I usually handle them in a very positive way, and it always comes back to me in a positive way. For example, I am on set for a TV show. I'm super excited. Like, why wouldn't I be? I'm filming a TV show. I'm not the main character, I'm the main character's sister. We get on set, the main character. She was a diva. She's complaining about the clothes, she's complaining about the set, she's complaining about her lines, just all type of junk that she didn't even need to be complaining about. She wasn't kind. Me, I'm ecstatic. I'm so happy I'm even there, like, shoot. I'm always kind to everyone, from the director to the sound guy holding the boom. Before the first scene is even finished, the director says, we're switching the actresses. My mouth dropped. He's like, Sundai, you're gonna be the main character. You're gonna be this other character. I mean, I really do feel sorry for her, but at the same time, just by being kind and being a good person, I got a much better role and I got way more pay, like, just by being kind. I have countless examples of being kind, and it just came back to me in the best way possible. Another example, I'm on set for a music video, and like I said, I'm nice to everyone. I'm always nice. There's no reason to be mean, and it's no reason to treat people poorly. We're all humans. I'm not just talking with the director and the producer and the models and the artists. I'm talking to the sound people. I'm talking to the cameramen. I'm talking to the catering staff. You know, I'm friends with everybody. I noticed a lot of people were being not so nice to like the sound and the equipment staff. They weren't treating them with the same respect that they were treating everybody else. But with me, everybody gets respect. That's just how it is. Unless you lose it, then ooh, that's a whole nother story. But anyways, a few years down the line, there's another music video that I go into audition for. Little did I know, this sound guy that I met, that I was nice to, ended up creating his own production company. He's in the room for casting. He recognized me. He remembered that I was super nice to him, and he instantly gave me the role. This has actually happened a few times. The Coca-Cola ad I got, that was from a connection that I had from Top Model, from someone who remembered that I was nice to them and that I was talking with them. When it comes to networking, it's not just about making connections. You gotta be kind and leave a positive impression. Guys, countless roles that I've gotten was just from being kind and networking and talking to people. And that's not just in the modeling industry, in the corporate industry as well. I moved up the ranks so freaking fast because I had a positive attitude, I was kind, I treated people with respect, I listened, and I wasn't in there complaining about absolutely everything. You'd be surprised how far a smile can get you. That's it, that's the smile. Alright, so that is it, you guys. I hope these tips were helpful. If you like videos like this, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, like, and subscribe so I can make more videos, and yeah. I'll see you guys next time.